Hi, Robyn.
Hi, Charlotte.
So, what drew you to adventure racing?
I first heard about adventure racing when a friend of my dad's, a colleague of my father's, did it, and my dad came and spoke about this guy at work of his who does these races that they go for 5 days and they do 500 kilometers and they don't sleep along the way. At that stage, I was interested in outdoor stuff, and I would pride myself on being able to skip over the rocks along the coast faster than other people. And I was interested in outdoor sports, and I guess that was the first time I thought, oh, well, that sounds pretty cool. I thought it was something I would only do like in a long time, sometime when I'm old and grown up. But then I got an invitation from Tweet to join the Merrill team for. At that, it was straight up front. It was 4 races in 4 amazing locations, and I was like, okay, well, now that's an amazing opportunity. I'm pretty sure that I can't do that, but I'm not going to tell them that I can't because then I don't get to go to these cool places.
So, what keeps you coming back for more?
I guess it's the places. The first 4 were within 9 months of each other. So it was Swaziland, Australia, Brazil, and then Patagonia. And it was just the allure of going to those incredible places. After that, I actually had maybe it was too much in too short a period of time, and I was like, okay, I've done this thing. I think I'm done with adventure racing. I'd rather do individual sports. I'd rather do sports that are done within a day. And then it was just a couple months later, another team came and said, hey, what about doing this race? And I couldn't say no.
So, then what is it about racing in a team? What do you enjoy? What are the aspects? Why in a team?
It's the experiences that you go through together with your teammates. I think adventure racing is the most team sport that there is. It's not. I don't know that much about ball sports. I shouldn't knock them, but I think to do an adventure race with a team, you've got to be a lot more of a team player than to play hockey or soccer with a team. Like, you've got to work together non-stop for days on end, and you get to see each other at your best and at your worst. And I think that learning curve and how you learn to work with people that you immediately get on very well with, and maybe people that you don't immediately get on very well with, but you learn strategies of working with them. And I guess I don't know where the rest of life is taking me, but I'm sure that'll be a useful skill.
So, speaking about life, you've said you're deferring from real life. What do you mean by that?
Well, I went to school, and straight after school I went to university. I had a bursary to study for the final 2 years, and got to the end of my undergrad and I didn't want to work, so I did a master's, and during that time I managed to delay the work back time of my bursary. And I got to the end of that, and I'd saved up just enough money to be able to buy myself out of that commitment and go travelling. And myself and Mike, who's now my husband, he'd finished his PhD at the same time, and we went and travelled for a year and a half with no commitments. We wanted to see the world, and I guess a lot of people we spoke to said, well, if you do it now, once you get stuck into other stuff, it's a whole lot harder to get out. So travel the world, have fun while you can. And at the end of that period of being away from home, that was when the invitation to Adventure Race came in. And so it's now, I think, 5 years later, and I've still not got to that real life. And I'm working out ways to keep delaying it further and further. I'm inspired, and I'm excited to race and to get better at racing and to explore new places and see more of the world, see wild landscapes. And I'm not that inspired to sit in the office. So I haven't worked out yet how it's all going to work in the end. Maybe I'll be stuck in an office for 8 or 9 hours a day eventually. But
So, what is it that you're deferring from? What have you qualified in? What did you graduate in?
I'm a civil engineer by training. I was telling someone the other day I've started dabbling in the dark arts of sitting in the office. This year I've started doing a little bit of freelance work every now and again, but yeah, my heart is still more in the outdoors and exploring and still working out ways to make that more sustainable.
So, which countries have you been to? Where has adventure racing taken you?
Started with Swaziland, then Australia, Brazil. It was on the border of Bolivia, so we used that opportunity. Mike came out to meet me there, and it was shortly after we got married, so our honeymoon was a cycle across Bolivia, which wasn't exactly an adventure race, but it was linked on from an adventure race. Then to Patagonia in southern Chile. The next one after that was back to Australia. Last year I went to China, and then to New Zealand twice, also not exactly adventure racing, but through adventure racing I got the inspiration to race the coast to coast, and that was an incredible experience as well, being there twice.
So, which adventure racing World Series events would you still like to attend?
I must get out the booklet and have a look. I think all of them.
Get it on your bucket list. Take them all on. Yeah.
Take them all on. It's always the most exotic sounding, wildest, most technical sounding races that appeal most. But I'm pretty sure there's some magic. Every adventure race, certainly the ones on the World Series, have a lot of magic in them.
Fantastic. Thanks, Robyn. We've enjoyed chatting to you.
Thank you.